right, man. Let's talk about Brandon Miller. What's so funny? We was talking about him in the Piston live we did. I'm gonna try to do a live a week. I want to kind of get to more, but the day's getting a little longer, so possibly I can. You know how the real ones do. We gotta hustle during the winter and shine in the summer. Well, it look like I'm gonna probably just be hustling through the summer for the most part this summer. So, got some things I'm about to go out there and go get. So, got some new platforms coming too. So I'm sharing with y'all as soon as I feel comfortable launching them. So, when I'm kind of like subsidiary, off this channel, I got the idea for it. So it's just me, getting the logo and putting everything together. So it won't be including YouTube. So hopefully y'all follow me over there. So, but real talk, man. Let's get to Brandon Miller now. His name has been brought up. I hadn't been doing much Piston talk. I told y'all I'll probably get to more Piston talk as we get to football was over and we kind of get into the grind of basketball season. Now, I want to talk some Tigers too and some Wings eventually, bro. So Brandon Miller, I just was looking at Tankathon, looking at a couple of the guys, and then he just kept coming in and coming up in some of the just discussions we was having. Because if we do Lions, some days if we do Lions, then we'll do Pistons, a little Piston talk towards the end, and we do Pistons, and then we do a little Lion talks towards the end of the Piston live. So sometimes you just casually just go get to that. And Brandon Miller got brought up in the last Piston live, and and I had heard his name before. I looked at Tankathon, just looking through the names, and we used to talk about Scoot Henderson, and I like Scoot, but obviously we got a few guards out there already. And then Saturday I'm watching I want to say it was West Virginia and Texas. I was watching that game, but it was another game I seen it on. It was a game, I think West Virginia and Texas was on ESPN, and it was another one. And they got talking about Brandon Miller, and he got to just breaking him down. Jay Billis or somebody broke him down, and kind of how he reminded him of Kevin Durant a little bit. He shot somebody in the chat was saying he was shooting a high, 45, 46% in three-pointers, and good defender, 6'9", 6'10"-ish, long kid. And how he has some Kevin Durant in this game, and that's gonna happen. That's why it's hard to say somebody better than somebody in sports, because you had the gift of, you had the opportunity of taking something from somebody else's game, or the Legends game, and putting it in your game. You know what I'm saying? So Michael took some of what Michael Thompson did and what Dr. J did and put it in his game, and Dr. J did the same thing, and Pete Maravich did the same thing. So you got that benefit in putting it all together. He's exactly for the need. He exactly fit a need, and he fit a want, honestly. You want the talent. You love what he could bring to the table. The pull-up game, the defense, the shooting. But if he can be as efficient as Kevin Durant, and getting his shots, it's a perfect fit, honestly. Young wing, but then your only issue becomes then and there is you really need a veteran in that lineup, and Cade missing this year really hurt them. But he's still around the team, but this year would have solidified him as the leader. But they would need a veteran guy at that four to lead them, and it may be a Draymond type guy you got to pay to come here. So be it. I can't think of too many other guys that's out there. You want to see Wiseman work, but you need that veteran, that's that PJ Tucker type guy in that lineup that can really help them out and push the envelope. That's what they would need, that PJ Tucker type guy. They push the envelope, and they got a lot of guys like Bojanovic is cool, but you need that American, and you will have Berg. You probably bring Bergs back, Bojanovic. I like them coming off the bench, but they need that PJ Tucker like guy, Draymond guy, that like the fire under them, And I think if you do move on from Killingham, which they refuse to do so, and there got to be a lot of restructuring. I like to see them bring Patrick Beverly light a fire under them guards, hindsight. and, you know, Draymond or PJ Tucker type guy to come in there and help them kind of put it all together with Burks and Bojanovic and get them a good mix of you know, veteran talent and young talent. So I would like to see something like that. But Brandon Miller, I love what Scoot Henderson can do, but you see, obviously, seeing what we got. And it might be a situation where Scottie Pippen, you know, get drafted and, you know, they trade him to Chicago for a more of a position of need, you know, and get capital for him. So if we fortunate to get, you know, 2 or 3, I mean, I think you'll be okay. You know, but you really want to be 1 and 2 this year, you know, so you can secure a guy like Brandon Miller. But that's kind of what you're looking for. He fit the exact bill that you're looking for, especially if he had the efficiency. You know, he could be as efficient as Kevin Durant. And that's a step above what Cam Johnson can give you too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just a sharpshooter, but you got somebody that don't need the ball to be effective and hit 30, hit 20 points. That's what you need. And then at the end of the day, just getting the right coach, and it's the most important part. They got talent on the Pistons. It's getting the right coach to make the talent work and elevate you know, bring it all together. Don't even elevate. Just had a development go the way it's supposed to go. Had them develop the way they're supposed to develop, but just make it all work. And if some of these ingredients or some of these players that's on the team that just ain't gonna work together, just ain't gonna work what you're doing. If you're gonna play Isaiah Stewart, guess what? Hey, guess what? I'm gonna put him at the 5, and we gonna off the bench. We gonna outrun people. He gonna be in my lineup with Diallo and guys that can run like Bojanovic and Burke. We gonna just, or somebody young like Hillian pushing. My thing will be we just gonna push it. That's what we gonna do. We gonna push it all day, and that's why Isaiah Stewart will get his. You know that he gonna get you 10 and 10 off the bench just hustling. So why not do something? That's like taking a you know, a sea creature and putting them in in the desert. He's not gonna survive. Put him in a habitat in which he could be most successful in. That's my whole thing about Isaiah Stewart. You know, if we gonna play him, guess what, man? He gonna be in the run and gun lineup. He gonna be running and gunning, and he gonna be hustling. And this lady got fat ass. I ain't gonna lie. You can see it through her little throw. Man, boy, I love the sisters. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see how y'all can. I deal with the attitude. But shit, I deal with it my whole life. I dealt with it my whole life. Man, I love my black women for sure. You just gotta know how to treat them. You can't let them run over you, but you can't disrespect them. And growing up around black women, I think it's one thing I learned. Like I said, I ain't had the best luck with black women per se all the time, and nobody do. But you just gotta know how to, they complex creatures. All women kind of complex in their own way. But yeah, man. Whew. Man, that's what I'm talking about, though. You feel me? But yeah, they just need this, just get that development going, man, and get them meshing together, team defense. And you got Isaiah Stewart, man. He need to be gunning, bruh. Dog need to be gunning. He need to be gunning. And I think if he get in a position in which he can gun and run, that's the lineup you want him in, just hustling, energy. And he can fuck around and find himself being 6th man of the year in that position. But him going out there, y'all in half-court sets and going against, Cleveland bigs and Milwaukee bigs, Giannis and Jared, he ain't going to survive in a half-court set like that. And then if I do got him out there, I love him in the pick and roll because he give you the option to pop. So, but with Brandon Miller, yeah, I was just looking at Jay Billis, I think it was, break him down. I don't think that's a cancellation prize, bro. I think he is the prize. I don't think he a cancellation prize at all. I think he is the prize. You love Victor Walla-Banana, for sure. But that kid is exactly what you... And Victor Walla-Banana is, what you could need, too. But that kid from Alabama, he kind of like, it's like 1A, 1B in my mind. Just looking at it on the surface. I haven't really dug in deep to break him down, but... You said, what would you do at the 4? Plug a veteran in there. They got defensive attitude. Like I said, Draymond, PJ Tucker. That's what you need in there. My man from Milwaukee being that Bobby Portis. Somebody like that, you know. And if you didn't really want to go that route, let's say you did get Victor Walla-Banana, I still want a veteran like right behind him that can play that true four like Taj Gibson. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that. Maybe a Thaddeus Young who give you 10, 15, 20 minutes every night. So somebody could teach these guys how to be professionals. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people don't understand. Charles Barkley talked about how Dr. J and Moses Malone taught him how to be professionals. You know, took him to buy shoots and teach them the game. You need that. It's like your parents. You know, you can't go to your parents for every bit of advice, so you go to your big brother, your cousin, or some other outlet. You know what I'm saying? You ask them for whatever advice. So, and it's something like basketball wise that the coaches can't teach you neither, even if they were former players in the league. Some that is different than you have on a Vince Carter at the end of the bench, or you have about like Bobby Portis or Taj Gibson that can show you how to do it. Patrick Beverly, they can explain it better because they still in the game or they ain't too far removed from the game and they understand the culture in which these young guys are coming from. So I think Brandon Miller's the prize, bro, just as Victor Walla-Banana is. So at the end of the day, I think it looked, just from the surface, and I could be wrong, it looked like it might be easier to implement him into the offense. But as long as Detroit got that camaraderie and it seemed like that tight-knit group, they off to a great first step. Ain't nobody throwing Casey under the bus. Ain't nobody throwing Killian under the bus. Ain't nobody throwing this guy under the bus. So seemed like they're a tight-knit group. Seemed like they're young. They want to win. So now that you want to win, you add a little bit, add the whipped cream to the ice cream, add the cherry. Now you're going to add the sprinkles and shit. Now you want to serve it. So now getting the right guy in there culture-wise to put them in position to get ready to serve the NBA. But it ain't no rush. Let these guys grow together, and it's going to be like they're going to work, Pistons. So we got a good combination, but we need the right combination. So, I was mad when Bobby Sir got traded. That was my guy. So they had to make the right combination. So it's going to be some interchangeable parts there. So, but yeah, Brandon Miller for the Pistons, he won't be in my opinion. But I like Scoot though. Scoot the dog, but obviously, we already dealing with. So, but if you think Cade Cunningham injury is that bad, then you might be open to Scoot, but that's a whole different conversation. So, because usually a shin, you don't really see shins get injured like that. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support, peace.